crash. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Baldfc. I'm your host, the Bald Man, with a special guest, the official soccer mom of the channel. It's my mom! It's my mom! Guys, as you might notice, we are not in my bedroom this time, or my bathroom. I usually film in my bathroom. We are on our way to City Park in downtown St. Louis, Missouri, for the home opener of the MLS season 2024. City is taking on, who are we playing? Real Salt Lake, Utah. We're about to do them dirty. But yeah, so we're gonna do some scores from inside the stadium, but we got some festivities. I'll give you a little tour of the stadium, let you guys see my hometown in all its beauty. So we will see you guys inside. All right, y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm down on the pitch. I'm pitch side. Hopefully y'all can hear me all right. But I'm giving you my scores for this week. Do you want to hold this? All right, I'm giving you my scores from this week. We had Aston Villa. They beat Nottingham Forest 4-2. Gio Reyna had like a 10-minute little substitution appearance. Nothing much happened. Everton earned a very important point against Brighton this week, 1-1. They almost had all 3 points, but last minute Brighton get an equalizer and steal 1 point away from them. Very important in the relegation battle this year. Crystal Palace beating Burnley 3-0. Chris Richards, the American midfielder, usually a defender, playing midfield this year, kicked ass and scored an awesome goal. Big result this week is Fulham beat Man United 3-1. Harry Maguire, or 2-1 actually. Harry Maguire scores a goal. What Harry Maguire scores. This morning, Manchester City beat Bournemouth 1-0, guys. Very important game. And then Arsenal continues their super hot form with a 4-1 win over Newcastle. Very important game. I was surprised I didn't even mention that in the one to watch from last week. I was too distracted by the Chelsea game coming up tomorrow. But as you can see, we got a great game coming for us tonight. Come on, City! We made it to our seats, guys. Super close to the action. Y'all, I'm back from the game and I have one more scoreline for you guys. We had West Ham playing against Brentford this week, and West Ham won the game 4-2. Sadly, Ivan Toney has ended his goal scoring streak. He was on 4 goals in 4 games, and that ended this week. So let's get into my 3 points from Matchday 26. Point number 1, huge news for Everton fans. Everton's appeal was approved. At the beginning of the season, Everton was hit with a 10-point deduction for breaching financial fair play rules for reported losses, and they appealed that decision and they won. So their 10-point ban was reduced to 6 points. That was actually huge for Everton. So they got 1 point in their game against Brighton, 4 points from this match ban. So that gives them a 5-point jump this week, which moves them up to 15th place out of that relegation battle, level with Brentford and above Nottingham Forest. I mean, they're on 25 points now, so that could completely change the trajectory of their season, hopefully give their players a little boost. Point number 2 is that Man United had a huge slip up this week against Fulham. Fulham won that match 2-1 thanks to a super late goal from Alex Iwobi. Just was a complete flip-flop from performances we've seen as of late from Man United. This game definitely showed how much they're starting to rely on Højlund already. He was injured for this game, so they had Marcus Rashford up top, and he really did not look too great up there. The midfield just got absolutely destroyed. Andreas Pereira, the former Man United man, him and Alex Iwobi really took over the midfield. The game could have been even worse for Man United if it weren't for Harry Maguire. Steered home a rebound from Bruno Fernandes's cross to tie the game. And then, late in the game, Adama Traore racing down the right side of the pitch, beating a couple defenders, carrying it inside, finding Iwobi, and putting the ball in the back of the net. I also want to shout out Rodrigo Muniz again. Today I got to see him body a bunch of defenders. Fantastic hold-up play, making good offensive decisions. He looks like he's going to be one to watch for Fulham for the rest of the season. Point number 3 is mid-table madness. Guys, between the 7th place spot and the 11th place spot in the Premier League, there is 4 points. Brighton, West Ham, Wolves, Newcastle, and Chelsea are all separated by only 4 points. Actually, United are only 3 points ahead of Brighton, and then Chelsea also has a game in hand. They're in 11th place currently. Those middle spots are going to be super important. You know, they're battling for Europa League for those 5th and 6th place spots, and then of course the 7th place spot gets to play in the Europa Conference League, which I really don't know too much about, although I do know that I think it was either 2 seasons ago or last season, Tottenham was the team from the Premier League that played in it, and they just completely forfeited and dropped out of the tournament. Let's go into some awards for this week. My player of the week, I'd like to give that award to Jared Bowen for his awesome hat trick versus Brentford. Game of the week, I'm going to give it to Arsenal-Newcastle. Arsenal with a 4-1 win. Super important for their title push. One to watch for Matchday 27, guys, is the Manchester Derby on March 3rd. It's going to be Man United versus Manchester City. Definitely going to be an important game for the season. And now let's look at some fantasy. This week I got 69 points. Some notable games from Manuel Akanji with 8. Saka, of course, with 10. Douglas Luiz, my top performer, with 15 points. Phil Foden with 11. Haaland with 10. And Ollie Watkins with 9. I actually did make one transfer last week. I brought in Diogo Dalot, but this week he's going right back out of the team. Diogo Dalot's out of the squad, and I'm bringing in Fabian Schär from Newcastle. So that is it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing a lot of City stuff this week, and we'll see if we'll show you some more as the season goes on. But thanks for watching. See you.